Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to demonstrate you how we can generate a JSON Web Token JWT for short in ServiceNow instance. So first of all, what is a JSON Web Token? A JSON Web Token, if we go according to theoretical languages, is a security token which provides identity and security information which can be shared across domains. So security token is generally issued by a identity provider and consumed by third parties which rely on that token for security related purposes. So let us just directly jump onto the implementation part. And in one of my previous videos, I've already demonstrated you how we can use or how we can create a self-signed certificate on our own. So I'm going to use the same certificate which we have created in the past, and the Java key store file which was generated as part of that demo. I'm going to upload the same file into the ServiceNow instance, and a JSON Web Token will be generated on the basis of that. So let me quickly jump on to the certificates module. I am going to click on new. So once I click on new, this is the form that is open. I will select Java key store over here, and let me give some sample name like demo key store, and I will attach the key store file. So this is my client key store which we generated in a previous demo. And once I save it, it automatically populates the key store password over here. Now I'm going to navigate to the JWT keys module. Let's give it a name, demo JWT key. And here I'm going to select the certificate which I have just uploaded into the ServiceNow instance. And here is the signing key which I need to provide. So there are two keys which are associated with the key store. Uh, One of the key is the one associated with the key store, and the second key is the one which is associated with the key. Uh, these two options we get while we are trying to create the certificate. So if you want, you can keep the same key for your key store as well as the key. So let me just mention the key which I have used, and I'm going to just save it. Now I will just navigate to the JWT providers module, and let's give it a name. In the signing configuration, I will select the JWT key, and I will save this module as well. So once this is saved, I can see that there are certain claims added over here which will be part of my JWT key, which is going to get generated. So these are the claims which are mandatory to be sent, but also it again depends upon the relying party, the third party with whom you are integrating, to whom you are supposed to send this token to. So you should just check with the third party team what claims are necessary at their end for them to consume, and you have to include all of those as part of the JWT documentation RFC 7519. These are the ones which are mandatory and should be included, and there are others which can be included if you want. So let me just explain what these three claims are all about. So The first one is AUD claim. So the AUD claim specifies the audience and it identifies the authorization server as an intended audience. So here you can specify your authorization server URL or some other information which is specific to your authorization server. And coming to the second one is ISS. So ISS claim contains a unique identifier for the entity that issued the JWT. So for example, I am integrating my ServiceNow with, let's say, box. So if ServiceNow is generating that JSON web token, so my ServiceNow instance is the issuing authority in that case. So accordingly, I can give any string value over there in this column, claim value. And the last one is sub. Sub just identifies the subject, that is the part of your JSON web token. So it can be differentiated in two ways. That uh, let me think of a possible use case over here. Subject can be any identifier, or subject can also be your client ID if you're using JWT with OAuth. So in those cases, you can also include the client ID of your authorization server in the subject. So now just moving ahead, and let's see how we can generate a JWT token. For now, I do not need to add anything over here. I can leave these empty because I will be using my own claims in the payload I'm going to create via the script. So let's just directly jump onto the script part. So let me create the API, and it is going to be glide JWT API. Then I will create one header object. And let me give in the header object any random value, key and value pair. Let it be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have our header. The next thing we need is the payload, where we usually include our claims. So first is ISS. Let me give it a service now. Second, let's say sub. What is the subject? I'll give it as demo. Third one was AUD. My intended audience is YouTube subscribers. And I can also include one more claim, that is the expiry time of my token. So I have the payload object over here. Now let me also convert this into string using JSON.stringify. Unfortunately, control space doesn't work here. And I need a JWT provider ID. So my JWT provider was, I don't remember the SysID, so let's go back and get it. So this is the one I have created. I'll just copy the SysID from here and we are good. This is not the recommended way to give sysids in the code. Usually when we are needing any kind of a sysid to do a work, we create a sys property. But since this is a demo and I'm just using a background script, this should be fine. And I just create one more variable to generate my JWT token, which is API dot generate JWT. So for this function generate JWT function, my first parameter is my JWT provider. So let's just pass it. And my second parameter is the header object. My third parameter is the payload. So let's check out the token generated. So this is the token which is generated as part of the key store in the configuration which we did. Now the second step would be to verify this token if it is a valid token or there's something wrong going on here and it just gave us a random value. So I will just directly jump on to jwt.io, and the token which we just created, I'm just going to copy paste it over here. So we can obviously see everything over here, like the header which I included was ABC1234, and all the payload data which I gave can be seen over here. And as of now it says that it is invalid because I have not given the certificate key over here. So let's just open the certificate and copy the key. Now just navigate back and paste it over here. So it still says invalid signature. Did I just miss something? Let me just go back to my certificate and I will do Control A, Control C, delete, Control V. Oh yes, it works now. So my signature is verified. This means that this is a valid token which is generated. So in this video we just saw that how we can generate a JWT token which can be used for our integrations with ServiceNow using the JWT token. And until we see next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.